It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well,
it's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got Antetokounmpo. Anthony Davis is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Curry. And it's Wade in at the two guard. Now here's Curry. And it's off from three-point range. Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. A baseline J, Curry with another miss. And Cousins kicks to Green. Plenty of space. Love grabs the board. On defense, San Antonio. Left side, Davis shoots over Cousins, and there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Curry.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Now here's Durant. Cousins with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Durant, the pass to Irving. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
I mean, Kyrie, too pure of a shooter to let him catch and shoot with that much space.
Curry kicks to Wade. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in the groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Now here's Hayward. Here's Irving. And the shot is long. The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Irving against Curry. Love up top. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from 12. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you got to love the intensity that Cousins brings, throwing his weight around inside and drawing the foul.
And that one misses.
The Spurs, a top 7 offensive team for the last 7 seasons. Their passing and perimeter shooting is what really sets them apart.
And the Spurs among the league's best in three-point shooting, but they really don't rely on that as some teams do.
You know, the Spurs can change it up. No, they embrace the mid-range a little bit more than the three-point shot right now. Kind of going against the grain in that way. They take shots other teams avoid, and they make it work for them.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Green, the screen. Irving kicks to Hayward. Tips it. Cousins on the follow.
They're just tremendously physical. Cousins not afraid to rearrange some furniture in there.
Wade dishes to Curry. Right side Davis. And the rejection by Cousins. Hayward against Wade. Hayward outside. Pass to Cousins. Over in the corner, Green. From outside, off the mark. Warriors have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Curry passes to Antetokounmpo. It's a pick by Love. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Hayward kicks to Cousins. For 3, Durant. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Feeds it to Davis. And stolen by Hayward. Durant kicks to Cousins. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Cousins has got 6.
And this is the kind of basketball that Durant wants to play. Ball movement, hit the open man.
Wade kicks to Davis. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Davis has got his second basket.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now here's Hayward. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Cousins. Offline with his 3. The Warriors have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Wade dishes to Curry. Love with the screen on Hayward. Wade kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Wade. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Kerr. Hey, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, speed will be on display this evening. He told his players get out and transition every chance they get and try to turn this into a track meet. We'll see if they can have their running shoes on tonight. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
Dwayne Wade has been working to improve that three-point shot. He knows that's a key to aging gracefully.
Green, the screen. And on the way from Irving for 3. And that one is off. So Golden State will take it the other way. Antetokounmpo passes to Wade. It's a pick by Love. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And although Dwayne Wade very much an NBA veteran, he is still a very high usage player. He's 35 years old last season, and he was still putting up 16 shots a game.
When you think about the longevity of Wade's career, it is impressive. He has adjusted his game to still be a factor on the floor as he's aged. You keep waiting for him not to be productive, but he still keeps beating Father Time.
George is checked in for San Antonio. And Golden State also making a change. Griffin's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
The resume that Dwayne Wade has put together over the course of his career is staggering. 3 NBA titles and a Finals MVP. Countless All-NBA team nods and All-Star appearances.
Now, here is Irving. They need this. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And with Wade's accomplishments last season, his only year other than his rookie campaign, Steve, where he wasn't an all-star, seems a lot for his staying power.
From a historical context, Wade is one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. Few others at that position can say they had a greater career. Realistically, in my opinion, he's probably in the top 5 at that position.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Now, Smitty, be honest. When you're watching these games on TV or in person, how much do you miss playing the game?
You know, I do, Kevin. I've always had that in my bones. But I think as of now, the last 2 or 3 years, as a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit, I wonder and dream and pray if I could have got a chance to shoot 15, 18 threes. So I love it, but I know my time is over, but I would love to shoot that many threes.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
Curry, shot clock at 3. Griffin's shot is off.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Now here's Hayward. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Green, the screen. Hayward kicks to Irving. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Greg has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Views it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
And San Antonio has possession. The Warriors making the shot. And it's George missing. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now Green defending. The shot's good from Griffin.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Green, the screen. Curry against Irving. The dish to Green. The 8-footer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
When you get the rock to Green down low, he is a wrecking ball, using his body and arms so well.
Outside Curry. Davis against Howard. And Davis can't get it to go.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
And George kicks to Irving. Green, the screen. Irving with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Offensive rebound. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And you really have to toe that line with the physicality just to prevent Howard from the and one.
You heard a lot of legends saying Dwight Howard should dominate in the post. I think he still can on the defensive end, not so much on the offensive end.
The Warriors making a switch here. Wade's checked in. And that one misses. You know, Steve, even at his peak, Dwight Howard probably dominated more with force than with finesse, perhaps.
You're so correct. He dominated with defense, rebounding, and finishing with power. That was enough to make him a superstar. He's never been the most skilled offensively. He hasn't needed to be.
Irving dishes to Howard. Hayward passes to George. Howard setting the pick for George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got his first 2 points.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now, here's Wade. He has 5. Griffin attacking. The feed to Davis. Outside Griffin. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Yeah, really wanted the second chance opportunity, but shows a lack of judgment there. Draws the whistle.
Outside Irving. Here's George. That doesn't go either for George.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Green against Griffin. Curry kicks to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. A guy who can lead this team and wants to get his guys open looks.
Pass to George. Screen by Howard.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
The Spurs shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from George.
When you watch the Warriors play, their offense is a work of art. There's so much player movement and passing, it's impossible to cover. And the shooting they have, it just puts it over the top.
And so he makes both from the line. And, Steve, the common mistake fans have with the Warriors is thinking they only make threes to score. It's a combination of a lot of things, and I think it just overwhelms defenders.
You know, one thing that comes to mind to me is they pick out the Warriors in mismatches or lose a defender on great screens. They're amazing at that. They force defenders to make a ton of split-second decisions. One mistake, and it's easy for them to score.
Now, here's Wade. He's got 5. Over Hayward.
And really, Howard, a genius at how he bothers scorers, pestering them with his reach and leaping ability.
And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And that one is good. Wade's got 7.
And a late reaction by the defense makes that one a no contest.
You know, he got out before people could turn their heads, and he's already gone with no hesitation.
Now, here is Irving. San Antonio again missing. Griffin kicks to Curry. Here's Wade. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, he's never been one to settle. D-Wade will go right at you.
Screen by Howard. And here's George for 3. But they'll get another chance. And the shot goes in. Green's got his 2nd bucket.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Crawford outside. Griffin kicks to Curry. Off target from 3-point range. On the wing, Green. Defended by Griffin. Nobody near Irving. It's good from long range. Now just a 1-point Warrior lead.
And Green is always looking to swing the ball for the best open shot available.
And the basket by Curry.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Wayne Wade, he's been the guy. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around
basketball. This is my passion, you know.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Now the 2nd quarter getting ready to start up. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Fun to watch. They give you no time to set up on defense, and we see that reflected in the score.
Green is out there with Howard. Then there's Irving, and it's Hayward, and it's George, and at the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. It's good from long range.
Kyrie sprung free on that pick and roll. Trying to stick with him is easier said than done.
Davis with a screen on Irving. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Break from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
George uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 6 points.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender.
Davis with a screen on Irving. Curry dishes to Davis. And he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh, my goodness.
Stephen Curry is so decisive with his passing game. Always great to see him getting his teammates involved.
Now, here's Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Hayward outside. Howard setting the pick for George. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Wade against Hayward. Wade passes to Davis. Back to Wade. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 5. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for San Antonio. And Golden State also making a change. Kevin Love's checked in for Davis. Now here's Curry. He has 5. Love with the screen for Curry. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
Oh, that shot by Stephen Curry from the three-point line, he can hit that with his eyes closed.
Irving kicks to Hayward. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Hayward's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. There's a good screen. Wade outside. Back to Love. Curry against Irving. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. 10 points for Steph Curry.
That is a nice pull-up jump shot from that area from Stephen Curry.
Hayward outside. Kicks to Durant. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The pass to Wade. Back to Griffin. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yes, it goes. He has expanded his range. Blake Griffin now is one of those players you at least got to come out and contest him when he's at the line.
Now here's Durant. He has 5. Howard kicks to Hayward. He feeds it to Irving. Shoots over Curry. Another shot. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from DeMarcus Cousins.
And Cousins really is a fantastic post player. Once he gets the ball in a spot he likes, he is going to score.
Now here's Crawford. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Picked by Griffin. Crawford dishes to Curry. Over Irving, and there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Crawford. And that's 12 points for Steph Curry.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot. A big reason why they're ahead in this game.
Irving passes to Durant. Hayward outside. Unloads from 13. Cousins missing again.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
Hayward against Wade. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
That's a great example of the strength of Dwayne Wade. Takes a hit and still finishes the play.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Last season, another that ended with an injury to Blake Griffin. Had to sit out the rest of the playoffs after hurting his toe early on. He just can't seem to stay healthy for the playoffs and misses a lot of time during the season as well.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Hayward outside. Irving kicks to Cousins. Howard against Griffin. Howard in the post. Here's Hayward, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Hayward's got 5 points in the quarter.
Not the guy you want to let catch fire. Hayward better be first on your mind.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Crawford. Love with the screen on Hayward. Kicks it out to Love. Another 3 for Golden State. Well, to say that Blake Griffin has had bad luck with injuries would be an understatement. Started his career off that way, and it's been really an issue ever since.
You know, it'll be something that teams could have to consider when he hit free agency as well. A healthy Griffin is a force to be reckoned with. Has a great all-around game, but just can't stay on the court when his team needs him the most. Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
For San Antonio, they have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
Here's Howard. Goes up again. And finally, that one's good.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Crawford with the ball. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Love the pass to Curry. Over Irving. Off the iron that time.
He likes to work that in-between area, upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
And Cousins kicks to Irving. Durant with a screen on Curry. Back to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And love how Howard throws it down. Just spectacular to watch on these alley-oops, given his strength.
Curry dishes to Griffin. He kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Griffin. It's a pick by Love. Griffin goes in.
Way up there. Griffin is just fearless. I mean, a guy who is not scared of anything. That was ridiculous.
Irving passes to Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
They get it again. Here's Griffin. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
One of the most impressive things about Blake Griffin is Greg when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
The Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in.
You know what? He has insane athleticism, Blake Griffin. But you see the reason why he's become a franchise player. He's added the mid-range game, and he can pass it.
Durant, that's good.
He has flat-out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will. Yet they still find themselves behind.
Now, Antetokounmpo. He's got 6. Picked by Griffin. Griffin a screen on Durant. To the paint, off the pick. And there's the nice layup by Griffin. Griffin's got 9 points in the quarter.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Dishes it to Hayward. They set the pick. Pass to Durant. Outside, Green. Screen by Cousins. Green kicks to Hayward. Fires from deep. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Outside Griffin. In the corner, it's Crawford. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Crawford's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Screen by Cousins. Here's Irving. And the wide open shot from Green. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Warriors leading by 4. Griffin dishes to Curry. Oh, Griffin in position. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Green kicks to Hayward. Back to Green. Outside Irving. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And credit Kyrie, tremendous vision. Finds the open man.
Golden State's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Picked by Griffin. Curry kicks to Love. Pass to Curry. over Irving. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Crawford. Crawford's got 3 assists now in this one.
The defense did their best job on that play, but Stephen Curry is at a whole nother level.
Now, here is Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Fires, high post. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got 11 points.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
Griffin sets the screen for Curry. He dishes it to Griffin. Over Cousins. Griffin can't get it to go in. San Antonio trailing here.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
But you also want a decent shot if you can get it. That takes priority.
Hayward from outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. He's got 11.
Extended the league, this has been a great year for him offensively.
Crawford passes to Curry. Love with the screen on Hayward. It's a pick by Love. Back to Curry. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
And here is Irving. 11 points in the game. They set the screen. Screen by Cousins. 3-pointer. Hayward. He's off on that one.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 17 points, 5 assists, and 1 rebound. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
There's no excuse for letting a team drain that many threes. Come on, especially at such a high percentage. That means your perimeter defense is weak. They got to close out on the shooters with conviction, even if it creates some weakness inside.
And that will conclude.
I grind every summer, so it's going in now.
Check it out. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry. And sometimes it gets started with a hard foul from the other team or a whistle that you felt should have gone the other way. Anger can happen in the NBA. We see it. Emotions are high. It's a passionate game. Smitty, what was the angriest you ever got during a game? I know you competed because you were one of the best competitors I ever saw, but did it ever cross that line of becoming a little bit more gritty, a little bit more angrier?
It did, Kevin. I think one instance for sure. Game 7, Western Conference. Drove the basketball hard as I could and was fouled by Shaq. They didn't call it. Being flat and laid out and the guys going up and down, we eventually lost that game. That was one I still haven't got over it. And when I see Shaq today, I might not do it, but I want to knock him upside his head because he knew it was a foul, and I knew it was a foul, but it wasn't called.
He is one big man. He looks like he could play right now, as do you, which I think is great about ex-athletes and keeping in shape and staying that way. But Shaq certainly looks like he could play right now.
And I would be a 5 right now trying to guard him. That'll be interesting.
Little mismatch. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Antetokounmpo is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Curry. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard position.
Filling it up at will. Kyrie's arsenal on full display.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, defended by Durant. And And the rejection by Cousins. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. The Warriors shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
Both shots good from the stripe. And great with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
It's a pick by Love. Davis kicks to Antetokounmpo. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Banked in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter. Irving dishes to Hayward. Inside. Cousins, no good.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
Curry outside. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Green, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Davis.
Draymond is such a multi-talented player. He continues to develop his drive to the basket.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve.
And both free throws good for Green.
Many can argue at this point that Draymond should have had 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards. Arguably one of the most impactful defenders of this generation. Can take over a game without ever scoring a point.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
And Cousins makes scoring look effortless. A super talented center who quickly can fill it up.
And it's Wade in the corner. Curry kicks to Antetokounmpo. Love with the screen on Durant. And the double up Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Cousins. Hayward with the ball. Wade picks him up. And it's Durant missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
From the wing. Kept alive. Here's Love outside for Curry. That's in there. Love with the assist. And that's now 22 points for Steph Curry.
The vision of Love, the willingness to make the extra pass, just more reasons why he's so dangerous in this offense.
Cousins inside. Davis is there. And Davis sends it back. Here's Antetokounmpo. 12 points for him. Davis setting the pick for Antetokounmpo. Feeds it to Love. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Cousins. Spurs trail by 4. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And while the low post game has lost favor, the high post is still prime turf for a lot of big men. They love to hang out there and do their job. Who do you think are some of the guys who live on the elbows like that succeed?
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge, I think, is one of the best in the business. Blake Griffin is a guy who plays well at that position. They're comfortable. Marc Gasol, Greg Monroe, Anthony Davis, and Karl Anthony Towns. Those guys play all over the floor, but they're very comfortable at catching at the elbow. And you know what? As a big guy at that elbow, if you can show shot, one dribble, you're right at the rim.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Green. Good on the second free throw. And the Spurs, Greg, one of the best defensive teams in the league for 2 seasons running.
And it's really all about execution. They seem to just move in concert and stay connected. No silly fouls. And with their length, nothing easy inside. From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 14. Durant, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Davis. Cousins pulls it in. Spurs trail by 5. To the inside, Durant, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
You know, he's still slender, but KD's gotten a lot stronger. You have to wrap him up early. You can't let him get the shot off.
And last season, Durant was again playing at a very high level, even after shifting teams and deferring to other stars. And before his injury, there was talk of him being in the MVP conversation.
Which is scary because, you know, when he's healthy, every year he will be in that conversation. As long as he's healthy, he will be considered one of the top players in the league.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Love kicks to Wade. That's in there. Love with the assist. Wade's got 13 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Howard kicks to Durant. The dish to Cousins. It's stolen by Davis. Curry with it. He's picked up by Irving. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Back to Curry. It's a pick by Love. Curry kicks to Love. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit from the corner. Spurs trail by 4. Now the feed to Howard. Screen by Howard. Wade against Hayward. Hayward is doubled. From the baseline. But they get it back.
And Gordon Hayward, he's accustomed to getting the defense's best shot, but he still overcomes.
The Warriors have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Wade passes to Davis. Back to Wade. Kicks it out to Love. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
He's made that three-point shot a staple in his arsenal. You can't sag off Kevin Love.
Outside Irving. At the elbow, it's Cousins. The kick out to Irving. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Curry on the wing. Lots of room. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And it's Durant missing.
No one near him. That's one he's got to hit. One he usually hits.
Wade against Hayward. Count that one. And now it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
A fluid ball handler at the off-guard position. Wade can carve you up.
Screen by Cousins. To stop the run. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Cousins has got 19 points.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Overall, it hasn't been pretty for his team, but he has shot the ball well.
Curry dishes to Antetokounmpo. Davis setting the pick for Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Cousins, and a little luck that time, but it drops. 14 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Spurs trail by 9. Screen by Cousins. Irving with it. He's got 14. Here's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Irving's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Spurs.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half. You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
San Antonio calls timeout. Steve, with the way Curry has transformed this Warrior team into perennial title contenders, the MVP awards and all the hardware, how soon is it before you start the conversation of where Steph Curry falls among the all-time greats.
Well, Kevin, I would love to start that conversation with most players when their career is over or close to being over. Curry has an unbelievable resume, but I will say, as of right now, I can say he's the best shooter of all time. NBA champion, multiple award-winning MVP. Now it's just about longevity for him. Using his height advantage, he gets a clean look from the mid-range.
Outside Griffin. Shoots from the elbow. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 15 points for Blake Griffin.
This is where Blake has gotten so much better, punishing defenses that allow him the mid-range jumper.
Cousins with a screen for Irving. Pass to Cousins. Over Davis. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Cousins has got 13 points in the second half.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Crawford outside. A rebound by the Spurs. And George kicks to Hayward. That one good for two. And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Here's Davis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
And as great as the Warriors are on offense, the best team in the league on that end last year, their defense is just as good. Had the #1 defense last season. To have the top offense and defense explains why they're so dominant.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And he sinks the second. And for the Warriors, the defense, Steve, has been the underrated strong point of the team for so long. They just bother shots and make life difficult for opposing teams.
They do. They have great personnel, and they have the ability to switch on defense. Players are so versatile with who they can guard. The communication is excellent, and the rotation on point.
Hayward passes to Green. Curry dishes to Crawford. 1:21 left in the third quarter. Davis with a screen on Irving, and the wide-open shot from Griffin. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Spurs trail by 8. Hayward outside. Kicks it to Green. Back to Hayward. Howard setting the pick for Hayward. It's up a 3, and it's Hayward again missing.
This is the guy who had 3 threes in the first half. Since then, still waiting on number 4.
Here's Antetokounmpo. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Dwight Howard.
Yeah, getting to the line more and more. Proof that Giannis is consistently being aggressive.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And when you watch the Warriors, one thing that just jumps out is their passing. Everyone on this team, they allow the ball to dictate where it goes. Just unselfish to a fault.
Wayne Wade's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And the Warriors last year averaging right around 30 assists a game as a team. Greg, just a huge number, and they led the league in that regard by a wide margin.
Yeah, the passing they do is what they purpose as well. And I really feel like they have the highest collective basketball IQ in the game. I mean, they get a lot of free points off backdoor cuts or leak outs, and that's all because of their ball movement and awareness as a group. And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Now, Antetokounmpo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points here in the second half. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go. Good shot.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Spurs trail by 10. Irving is out there with Hayward. Then there's Draymond Green. Then it's Paul George. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Howard's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for San Antonio. Davis sets a screen. Wade kicks to Davis. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Green. George with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Outside Irving. A free ball. It's rebounded by Golden State. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside Curry. Back to Wade. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Shoots the 3. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Griffin. 27 points for Steph Curry.
Stephen Curry is great off the dribble, but he also is good at the catch and shoot.
Irving a screen on Antetokounmpo. Hayward dishes to Howard. Over Davis. And the shot falls short this time.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Antetokounmpo passes to Curry. Antetokounmpo kicks to Griffin. Davis setting the pick for Antetokounmpo. That shot by Griffin, no good. Spurs trail by 11. George dishes to Green. Irving from long range gets the three-pointer to fall. Irving's got 11 in the second half.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Back to Wade. Picked by Griffin. Davis with a screen on Hayward. Wade kicks to Griffin. From deep three-point range. Again, Griffin missing.
You don't want your best shooter heaving up that shot.
No, not at all. Coach is not going to like that one.
Screen by Howard. Green, the pass to Hayward. No good on the triple. Warriors leading by 8. Wade dishes to Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
When it's all said and done, there will be no doubt Curry will be the greatest shooter of all time. Closing in on every record involving three-pointers, he has absolutely changed the way the league views shooting point guards.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
And with Curry in his shooting, really, he has transformed himself, Steve, into a complete offensive juggernaut. There is just no slowing him up.
No, not at all. We know he can shoot the basketball, but now he's able to score at all 3 levels. He's one of the best at the mid-range, at the rim, and when guys are guarding him, he has a knack to create separation. And on a daily basis, it is just jaw-dropping to watch.
Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Irving kicks to Green. Outside for George. George double-teamed, and on the way from Irving for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Irving's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for the Spurs.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Davis sets a screen, and they call an illegal screen here.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
The Spurs making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Love's checked in for the Warriors. Spurs trail by 10. And here's Irving. Hayward with a screen for Irving. Green kicks to Irving. Hayward on the wing. Cousins with a screen for Hayward. From downtown. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Warriors leading by 10. Wade outside. Wade a screen on George. Tries to save it. And Hayward with a clear path to the hoop. And the jam by Hayward.
Gotta keep your eye on Hayward at all times. He is never scared to rise up and throw it through.
And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. And it's Davis at the elbow. The shot missing. Great D that time from Green. Hayward outside. And the pass to Irving. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Spurs offense, one of the most efficient in the NBA. It's all predicated, Greg, on motion.
And it's ball movement and player movement. They kind of want to warp the defense and force mistakes, and that's when they strike.
And the technical free throw is good.
He was the first player taken in the 2011 draft. He was the Rookie of the Year. He's an all-star, and I think Kyrie is still getting better.
Cousins with a screen on Wade. Here's Hayward, and Davis sends it back.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
Antetokounmpo passes to Wade. Love with the screen on Hayward. Wade dishes to Love. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Screen by Cousins. Irving kicks to Green. A three-pointer is right on target. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
Green's ability to nail perimeter shots is what causes defenses headaches. His shooting really spaces out the floor.
Antetokounmpo passes to Davis. And that one drops. And the Warriors lead by 6.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
Screen by Cousins. In the corner, it's Hayward. Hayward missing again.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
Wade on the wing, defended by Hayward, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Durant's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Wade. Wade sets the pick for Love. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Cousins. Off the left rim and out.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
Screen by Cousins. Antetokounmpo against Irving. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Kyrie Irving keeps that ball on a string, but Coach has asked him to be quicker on the attack, Steve, not over-dribbling to set up his man.
Yeah, this league is moving away from one-on-one scoring and isolation plays. For the great scorers, it's often a temptation to take your time to pick your defender apart. The problem is it allows weak-side defenders a chance to get set. Well, you talk about scores in the NBA, Kyrie Irving is right up there. With his ball handling and shot-making ability, he can dazzle you.
Davis inside, guarded by Green. Kicks it out to Love. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. And it's 9 points for Kevin Love.
That gives him his second 3 of the half, with 3 total for the game.
And Kyrie's creativity, hitting jumpers off the dribble, finishing around the rim. What a great handle. It makes him special to watch.
I totally agree. His dribbling ability and finishing around the rim with either left or right, he is so skilled. He makes highlights every time he touches the ball. I call him the bus driver.
Oh, I like that, the bus driver. I like that, Smitty. Good one. Here's Curry. It's a pick by Love. Outside, out of the Kumbo, and stolen by Cousins.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
Durant dishes to Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Cousins. Outside Durant, 6 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
When the basketball's in his hand and he rises up to take a jump shot, you always think he's going to get in. He is starting to catch fire, Stephen Curry.
Durant kicks to Cousins. It's thrown about to Kumbo. Shot from 12. They get it back. Davis goes back up. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play an attack mode and get to the line.
First one falls for him. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Now here's Irving. Screen by Cousins. The shot by Hayward, wide open. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Curry kicks to Love. He feeds it to Davis. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's foul number 2 for him. Davis sets a screen. Wade kicks to Curry. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. On defense, Golden State. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
The smaller guys want to get into the body when they get inside. Get into the line, a good outcome for Tyrese.
And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe.
This guy is the definition of the word clutch. He has all the trust in the world from his teammates in these kinds of situations.
It's Curry with the drive.
Love seeing Stephen Curry mix it up with driving the basketball. He is so clever at drawing fouls.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Every little bit helps. Outstanding work hitting those free throws.
Screen by Cousins. Irving kicks to Hayward. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
In this second half, the defense have been baiting him to shoot the three, and we're seeing why.
Curry's shot is off. Spurs shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Durant against Curry. Shoots from 12. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Wade. And that's now 37 points for Steph Curry. Here's Irving. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Screen by Cousins. Irving drives in. Basket is good, and they'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Terrific body control from Kyrie and the showtime finish.
Warriors leading by 6. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And there it is for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And the free throw, no good. Hayward on the wing, guarded by Curry. Shoots from 8. And he can't bank that one in. Here's Golden State now. 8-point game. He kicks to Wade. Back to Curry. Dishes to Antetokounmpo. That's a pick by Love. Passes it to Curry. 6 to shoot. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Curry's got 39.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Steph Curry.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Howard's checked in for Cousins. Paul George comes in for Green. Walker's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Murray's subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Different look here for the Warriors. Griffin's checked in for Davis. Nerebko comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Cook subbed in for Curry. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Feeds it to Cook. It's a pick by Love. Griffin has Green on Walker. To the middle. That shot by Griffin, no good.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
You know, because it's all about timing, just unable to connect. One of those plays you really want back.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.